We all know that Labor Day is basically one of the last cookouts of summer, at least one of the big family gatherings, or you have like the whole block party or that Labor Day weekend. So you want to have some good grub.
And wear your white pants because you can't wear them after Labor Day for sure.
No more cookouts, no more white pants. Done right there.
And if you're going to do it right with Omaha Steaks, because there's honestly no better steak on my Weber grill that I've ever had than the Omaha Steak. And you can get it, the deluxe grill out assortment. You can get it and you get 50% off if you use our promo code at omahasteaks.com, Pat and JT.
That's it, PATANDJT. It can make any grill a supreme grill. You put Omaha Steaks on them. I mean, you can't lose, right? They have over 30 entrees included. Some of the favorites, probably mine would be the bacon wrap filet, no doubt. The all beef meatballs, no doubt. I know you go right to the desserts, or at least your kids do.
My kids go to the desserts. I like their chicken breasts are fantastic, and really legit, their hot dogs are amazing.
So you got over 30 entrees. You'll save over 50%, and you're going to get 12 free burgers, which are basically a steak between buns.
I love that line. That's so great. So go to omahasteaks.com and use the promo code PATANDJT, PATANDJT, on the deluxe grill out assortment and save 50%.
Season 2 of the Pat and JT podcast.
Oh my, now I'm here at last. The best time, always gonna be the best. Come on!
Exclusively on the Hurrdat Media Network.
I'm finding the best way to get people to text in at 402-403-9478 is spend about 6 minutes trying to figure out something super easy, almost figure it out, have one thing that's wrong, and it just drives them crazy.
There's no immediate satisfaction either. It's because they can't
call in because it's recorded. It's driving them crazy, so they're texting.
Like fury.
And as soon as we released our podcast yesterday, it was probably 30 minutes later. We started getting text messages. ASMR, screaming. We were trying to figure that out in our very beginning of yesterday's episode. This text came in. It just said ASMR triggers can produce completely opposite reactions in some people, which we did end up talking about. And then she mentioned your misophonia.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It all started with crunching ice in my headphones. It's one thing. I think crunching ice in the room, it's really is weird because it's like some people don't even notice it. And I don't even know, but it catches my ear. You know what I mean? That sound. Like I said, I can do it myself and it doesn't bother me at all, but somebody else doing it does. Put your headphones on next time. Have them throw that in you. Oh my God. I just crawled out of my skin.
Kristen texted, all caps, ASMR, parentheses, I know this is late, but dang.
I know. I apologize.
Yeah. Sorry about that, you guys.
It took a minute. I think 7 of them. I think for us to finally get it figured out.
Yeah, if we're keeping track, it took about 7 of them.
I wanted to be sure and put that in. I did repost it, and I think I put that up there 7 minutes and 40 seconds later, just in case you wanted to go ahead and just fast forward through that shit.
Yeah. I should have put like a little note on there. Fast forward to 6 minutes in.
Or
if you
whatever
don't wanna,
it is. Yeah, I don't know how
you don't
long
want
it was.
to get dumber.
We've had a couple of those. Like actually last Friday was another one that was like 7 minutes of hell.
Oh, that's right. We're getting better though. Only one a week.
Pattern.
One a week is getting better.
Okay, so
we got a text from Shannon too. Send in some pictures from Sweetstock on Saturday.
Oh my gosh.
You, me. It looks like you, me, and Dex. I don't know where Adam is. Up on stage, kind of waiting. Which there at the beginning there was a lot of waiting.
Oh my God!
And then toward the middle there was a lot of waiting.
And and we couldn't say anything at the time. And it wasn't like we were going to bitch about it, but we didn't want to make anybody look bad either because some things happen, you know. And one of the members of one of the groups was late, and that made everything else late. And so it's like they waited to start everything as long as they could.
Yeah.
And then they decided to go ahead and go. And the first band was fantastic. Reunion of Souls. They just like got the crowd.
What fun just fun guys. Like you would never think that their band
nice.
Just so nice. I mean, sitting up there just talking to people and then having their suitcases in the back and walking through the crowd. It's like what? They're just having a great time. Like, these dudes have all normal, regular jobs.
Yes.
One of the guys I was talking to works for a radio group in whatever marketing, and on the weekends he travels all over the place and plays with
He's in that band.
He's been in there for 25 years.
And Reunion of Souls, I was sitting back there while we were waiting, and one of the guys was sitting back there, and so we were just chatting back and forth about what was going on and what we do and this and that. He's with the band. Oh, that's cool. I better go change my shirt. Looks like we're about ready to go. And he comes back and he has on this really cool snap front shirt, right? But it says Elvis. It says I had to get my rock and roll shirt on. It says Elvis, and it was something, whatever. He was the lead singer.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I apologize. But they were just so much fun. And so they played their set, and then they weren't done. They would have kept playing.
Yeah.
I just want to throw that out there too. They didn't quit playing.
They were forced to stop playing.
Well, I was going to say asked to quit, but yes, they were shut down.
And at that point, because we had nothing to do with the scheduling, the delays, nothing like that. We were just back there.
We were just there to help.
Right. And so I think if they had known that the other band wasn't fully there and ready to go yet, they probably would have let them keep playing.
I wonder.
At least I would have hoped they would have.
Maybe I don't know.
And it seemed like there were some technical problems too. Who knows? But
really, they did a great job because once they got everybody there, I mean, it just rolled.
Yeah. And it was super fun. It was, there was that donut of time that would kind of sucked, and but everybody got through it, and it was fun. And ended up being a great night.
It was a lot of fun, and it was really fun too seeing them all like interact with each other on stage. It was
super fun.
This mix mash of having Chris Kirkpatrick come up and mess around with a couple of the bands, and just kind of join them. It was fun. So anyway, just wanted to throw it out there because I know some people were wondering about that at the time, and I know bygones. It's at the end of the day, it was great. But in the moment, it was freaking hot.
It was it was just so hot. It was just in general, just such a hot day.
And we were trying to get things rolling, and I felt so bad. And like our girl Scoop was there. Mm-hmm. She came from Chicago, and she fortunately the way it was set up, you're facing north, so the sun was just behind you, but a lot of burnt backs.
Oh man. Yeah.
So it was not a bad setup because normally you face west, which still would have been great too because the stage was big enough it would have blocked the sun as it went down. But yeah, it was
just hot. No matter what you did, it's hot.
Yeah, so it was fun.
Yeah, it was a great time. So thanks for the pictures and the posts and stuff on Facebook about Sweetstock and the pictures. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That's all right.
How's your face hole, by the way? Because I noticed one of the pictures, because we talked about it on stage. I mentioned I asked everybody in the crowd not to look at the side of your mouth so you see your hole in your tooth.
My face hole.
Yeah, your face hole. Yeah. So
yeah, it's going to stay that way for a little while.
Okay.
Because we're fixing it.
Oh. Hey, you know what? It's you can't fix a bridge overnight,
right?
How long are streets closed?
You can burn a bridge down, but you can't build one overnight.
You can build a bridge in a day, or burn a bridge in a day. You can't build a bridge in a day.
I did that. I burned it, but yeah, it's going to take some time because I went in so they could evaluate what's going on with the teeth that were still there and make sure that what they move forward with made sense. And it's like if we can make some changes, we can give you something really, really, really good as opposed to just patching.
Decent good.
Right? Mm-hmm. So instead of just fixing what was already there, maybe we do a little renovation.
Ooh. Flip this mouth. That's the name of our podcast there too, by
the way. Yeah, right up there with that. Flip this mouth. So we're going to do a little destruction, then a little construction. So flip this mouth. That's awesome. Because sometimes that's what it takes, right?
Right.
Just got to bust down a wall, and then you got a brand new thing.
And it looks great.
It's 10 times better.
100%.
I'm not looking forward to it, but
I know. And it's like dental stuff heals so fast. It's so really quick. Does. It's just, you get terrified. I was on a meeting yesterday talking to some people, and they were saying the same thing. Like, they absolutely hate the dentist. And it's like one of those things where it's like, it hurt. You get so much anxiety leading up to it. You have the procedure, and then like within if it's a bad procedure, within a day you're feeling like back to almost normal.
And there's drugs, but also you're right. It does generally any kind of sores or injuries heal pretty quickly in your mouth. And I think this will be it. It's one of the other things too is I had to get my teeth cleaned that day as well. So it was a lot of poking and prodding all over the place. I mean, general that I don't know if the last time I did it was at a different dentist. I think because they had headphones that you could put on. So you don't hear that noise?
Yeah, noise.
Didn't have that. It was 45 minutes of what happened yesterday at the beginning of the show.
The drill, the twee.
It wasn't even the drill, it's the scrapers.
Oh, that's worse. Yeah, okay, so on the same meeting yesterday, the girl had 2 veneers in front, and so the underneath part had to be whittled down. So she said she looked like a vampire before they put it on. So she said that she has PTSD still to this day, where if she goes to the dentist, she has to have the headphones on because that sound It's just she can't deal.
And
it's
you can
too
almost,
much.
especially when they're doing that, because there is a drill involved in that. So there's heat. So there's a smell that goes along with that.
I don't know how dentists do it.
I don't either. I literally was thinking of that while I was sitting there, because I was thinking of my grandma who went back to school after, with my dad's mom. My grandpa died before my mom and dad even met, right? So grandma, and she would have been in her 50s at that point. And she had to go to school because she had never worked outside the home. She'd raised 4 kids or 3 kids, and then also worked with grandpa and all that other good stuff. But anyway, but she had to go back to school, and she went back to become a dental hygienist. And she was in her 50s.
Yeah, like why?
Into late 50s. And then she did it for another 20 years. She did that. And I'm thinking, of all things, I wonder why she chose that. Why she would,
of all things, you can literally going to the world like wide open, anything you want to do, and you pick that.
She could have gone to cut hair. She could have gone to banking. She could,
because not everybody takes care of their teeth very well. Like, and there's some nasty, not even procedure smells, but people rolling up 7, 8, 9 in the morning for an appointment that didn't brush. That just, it's just. They did have masks on, so that helps a little bit. But still, the smells have to just.
I don't know what that they did then. I'm trying to think.
Maybe they didn't back then.
I don't think they
did.
But
I know now, even before COVID, they had masks on, so that had to help. So I would not want to ever do that without a mask on. Get the splashy water back up in your face.
But yeah, I was thinking about her when this was going on, because I'm just like, I wonder why, of all things. That's what she decided she wanted to go do. And I don't know the answer to that. I'll have to ask Dad about that.
People just like doing,
Yeah. But she did what she had to do, right?
Yeah.
In the long run. So kind of an interesting thought. But I was trying to think of anything besides listening to the sound of the scraping on my teeth. Which, by the way, she said, really was not that. I hadn't been in for like 2 years because of everything else.
Yeah.
And, and I was going to 2 different dentists at the time because I was like alternating. And so it'd been like 2 years since I'd been to see them. And she says, I'm honestly pleasantly surprised. She says, everything looks like time just stopped.
Wow. It's amazing what Everclear does to your teeth.
Right?
Gets all that stuff off there.
Testimonial for you. A little testimonial there.
If you can't go to the dentist for a while, just get some Everclear. Shot of Everclear every night before you go to bed.
There you go. Switch it around to be fine. So anyway, not real exciting, but that's what it is.
That's what it is. Flip this mouth. Super fun. We need to get you a grill. That's what we need to get you.
I can't, right? Oh, my God.
Logo
you noticed it in the picture, though, right?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Well, because I knew to look for it. I'll circle it and use it as the show art.
No, don't. God.
Pat and JT Podcast, a Hurrdat Media Production.